Japan's entry into World War I and its attack on Germany were rooted in a complex interplay of international alliances, regional ambitions, and opportunistic strategies. Pre-war alliances and relationships. Anglo-Japanese Alliance in 1902, Japan and the United Kingdom formed an alliance primarily to counterbalance Russian expansion in East Asia. This alliance stipulated mutual defense if either country was attacked by a third power. The alliance was renewed and strengthened in 1905 and 1911, further solidifying their cooperative stance. Japan's regional ambitions. Following its victory in the Russo-Japanese War, 1904 to 1905, Japan emerged as a significant military power with interests in expanding its influence in East Asia, particularly in China and the Pacific. In the outbreak of World War I, war was declared in Europe in August 1914. When World War I broke out in August 1914, Japan saw an opportunity to expand its territorial holdings and influence in Asia and the Pacific, aligning its actions with the Anglo-Japanese Alliance. The call for assistance from the United Kingdom. Britain, facing the German threat in Europe, requested Japan's help in dealing with German colonial possessions in the Far East and the Pacific. In Japan's actions against Germany, the ultimatum to Germany in August 15, 1914, Japan issued an ultimatum to Germany, demanding the evacuation of German forces from Tsingtao, Qingdao, and Shandong, China, and the transfer of the territory to Japanese control. Germany did not respond. The declaration of war in August 23, 1914, following the ignored ultimatum, Japan declared war on Germany. The siege of Tsingtao in September-November 1914, Japan, with some assistance from British forces, launched a military campaign against the German-held port of Tsingtao. The siege lasted from late September until the Germans surrendered in November 1914, marking a significant victory for Japan. The expansion in the Pacific, occupation of German Pacific territories. Japan quickly moved to seize German territories in the Pacific, including the Mariana, Caroline, and Marshall Islands. These territories were strategically important and expanded Japan's influence in the region. During the post-war consequences and legacy, Treaty of Versailles in 1919, Japan's territorial gains were recognized at the Treaty of Versailles, which ended World War I. Japan received a mandate over the former German possessions in the Pacific north of the equator and control over the Shandong Peninsula in China, despite Chinese protests. The impact on Sino-Japanese relations. Japan's actions in Shandong strained relations with China and contributed to the May 4th movement in 1919, a nationalist protest against foreign imperialism. Strengthening of Japan's position. The war and subsequent territorial gains bolstered Japan's status as an emerging world power and laid the groundwork for its future militaristic and imperial ambitions leading up to World War II. Japan's attack on Germany during World War I was motivated by a combination of alliance obligations, regional ambitions, and opportunistic strategy. The successful campaigns against German holdings not only fulfilled Japan's alliance commitments to Britain but also significantly advanced its own imperial interests in Asia and the Pacific. The consequences of these actions had lasting effects on regional dynamics and Japan's international standing.